This is lesson 38. Match each piecewise function with its graph. So we're looking at the first one. For x values that are less than or equal to 1, so we want to have a y-intercept of -4. So we're looking for a y-intercept of -4. Looks like here. Slope is up 1/1. There we go. Our next one looks like our y-intercept is 0. This looks like it would go through 0. Absolutely. Up 3/1. So first one is E. Then 2, we're looking for a y-intercept of +4 for x values greater than or equal to 0. Well, here's a y-intercept of +4. Any other y-intercepts of +4, so it has to be B. C, we're looking for a y-intercept of -2. So y-intercept of -2 looks like D. Right there. Fourth one, y-intercept of 3. Looks like right here. Let's see if that goes on. We're going up 2/1. Yeah, up 2/1. So that's 4 is F. 5, a y-intercept of -1. Both of these have intercepts of -1 that are left, so let's go. We have a positive slope, so which one of those has a positive slope? It's this one. So 5 is C, which makes 6, y-intercept of -1, -1, and it has a negative slope. So 6 is A. Write equations for the graphs shown. So this will be f of x equals, and then our first one looks like a y-intercept of 2, so that's +2, and we're going down 2/1, so -2x, and we're going to where x is 1, so our constraint is if x values are less than or equal to 1. Our next graph would be, well, if we continued this out, we'd have a y-intercept of 1 to -3. So y-intercept of -3, and it looks like we're going up 1/1, so it would be x. And our constraint is going to be for x values that are greater than 1. So that's A. B, I've got an f of x right here. So our first one got a y-intercept of 2, so that's going to be +2, and we're going down 2/1, so that's -2x, and we're less than 1 but not including 1, so it's just x values less than 1. Doesn't have the equal sign because it's an open circle. Our next one, if we continue this out, looks like it would be at -3 y-intercept, and we're going up 1/1, so that's x, and we are greater than or equal to 1, so greater than or equal to 1. Our next one, we've got a y-intercept of 1, right, so that's +1, and our slope, we're going down 1/1. So that's -x, so that's -x + 1 is our equation for, and our if statement for x values that are, here we're greater than or equal to, or sorry, we're going to the left, so it's less than or equal to 2. Let's say that's a closed circle, and let's say that's an open circle, so we can do this. If we could follow this out, right, it looks like we're going through another lattice point right there. Right there. So what is that? That's up 2/3. So down 2 left 3. And so our y-intercept, we're going to need to figure out the y-intercept, right? So if we're at, if we're going up 2 while we go over 3, that would mean each time we go up, we'd be at a third. No, we'd be at 2/3, right? Because we got to go 2/3 plus 2/3 plus 2/3 to get to 2, right? From 0. So this point right here is 2/3. That's our y-intercept. So plus 2/3, and our slope was up 2 over 3, so up 2 over 3. And our if statement, our constraint, is for x values that are greater than 2. And we're going to say that's an open circle. So that was tough because we need to find where that y-intercept was. D, one of these is going to be an open circle and the other one's going to be a closed circle. So f of x equals, and let's do our one on our left first, and we'll say that's the open circle. So we're going, here's a point and here's a point, so that's up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2x, and our y-intercept looks to be at 1.5. So plus, that's 3/2. And our constraint is x values that are, and we'll say that's an open circle so that we're less than 1. And then our other part, we're going down 1 over 1, so if we continue that out, our y-intercept would be at 3. And down 1 over 1 means our slope is -1x, or just negative x. And our if statement is for x values that are greater than or equal to 1. E is a step function. So f of x equals, and our first one is 1, 2, right? F of x equals 2. And that's for x values between, here's -2 and -1. So -2 and -1, x values that are greater than or equal to because of the closed circle right here, and just less than -1 because of the open circle. And then we're equal to 1 for x values that are from -1 to 0, and where we've got the equal to, so it's greater than or equal to, and we've got the open circle, so it's just less than there. 0 here, and that constraint is from 0 to 1, so from 0 to 1, and we're greater than or equal to 0, and we're less than 1, and then -1 here, and that's from 1 to 2, so 1 to 2, and we're greater than or equal to 1, and just less than 2. And our last one, f of x equals, and we'll do this one first, so that's 1, 2, f of x equals 2, and that looks like for x values that are 1, 2, 3, less than or equal to -3, so that's x values less than or equal to -3. Our next one, let's do, we can do this one as 3, and that's for x values that are greater than or equal to 3, so greater than or equal to +3, and this one we're at -1, and that's for x values between -3 and +3, so between -3 and +3, and we don't have the equal symbol on either of those, so greater than -3 and less than +3. Exam review, which one of these is the piecewise function? So let's look at this first one. We should look for a y-intercept of 2 and a slope of 3. So a y-intercept of 2 and a slope of 3. Oh, right here, y-intercept of 2 and a slope of 3. We've got an open circle here, so let's check our equation and see if we have an open circle. And we want to be less than just less than negative 2. So less than negative 2 would be on the left side there for that equation. So I don't want that. But if I continued this out, right? If I continued this out, 3x plus 2 less than negative 2, here's negative 2 right here. So if I went up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, sorry, up 3 over 1, up 3 over 1, up 3 over 1, what's my y-intercept? It's at 2. So this looks right here, C does, because we're open circle here and we just want this left side of it. Let's see if we're for greater than negative 2. Let's see what we have. Y-intercept of 3, y-intercept of 3, down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2, down 1, right 2, looks like that. And we've got the equal symbol at negative 2 right there, so C is our answer.